Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well. I'm Mr. Twister WX, and today we are live covering severe weather. There is currently a tornado warning in southwestern Oklahoma. So, this tornado warning includes Gould in Oklahoma, south of there on the 5. This includes Lewis, Oklahoma, just north of Lincoln, Oklahoma. And we have some pretty strong rotation near North 1790 Road. So that rotation is moving towards the East Duke area. It's going to likely impact, I believe this is Gould, in the next few minutes. So, where we have, let's see which radar we are using. Okay. So, here's that rotation. Where you can see our green, that is wind rotating, going towards the radar. And where you see the red, that is going away. And that's where we have our rotation, right in the middle of that. So this is some pretty strong rotation, certainly the strongest we have seen today. This is also the first tornado warning of the day. Let me go ahead and get this updated. We do not need that up there. That's an old Outlook. So how's everybody doing? Feel free to say hello in chat and ask any questions. Please try to keep things relatively on topic. But this is our main focus right now, as this is some pretty strong rotation. Let's go ahead and take a look at the correlation coefficient, and we can see if we have some debris being wafted. Okay, so this might be contamination. Yeah, it looks like that is not debris. So we are good right now, but we will see what happens when this moves up towards that population center. I'm going to get our overlay fixed with the Outlook for today, so I will be right back. Just a minute, everybody. Alright, we are back. So, getting back to the radar on this storm, this rotation is almost here onto this city. Let's look up the population. $129 people. But either way, we are still going. Take a look at this. As a tornado warning is a tornado warning. Hello, Psy Animates. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for joining. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, you can just watch the stream as we do severe weather coverage. So this is also near McQueen, Oklahoma. So this is going to go between, I don't know how to say this, but I think Gould and then McQueen, Oklahoma. So we are watching this in both of those areas. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for the back portion of that cell, where if you look to the left on our reflectivity, you can see there was a stronger hail core with that. It is weakening now, but that is certainly still there. That severe thunderstorm warning expires in 17 minutes, and this tornado warning expires in 16 minutes. So both of these expire at 3:30 Central. Tomorrow's setup looks more intimidating than today. Tomorrow could pose a bit higher tornado threat. We do see a 5% tornado risk tomorrow. Did they upgrade that to 5%? Because I believe that tomorrow's was only 2% as of this morning. I wouldn't be surprised if they did upgrade it. Yes, they did. And it includes the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I am unsure if I will be able to go live tomorrow, but hopefully I can on Tuesday. So Storm Runner Media is on this storm just south of the tornado warning. We can't look at their footage for very long, but they did see a brief funnel cloud earlier, about 30 or 45 minutes ago. So we are going to keep an eye on that as well. This is that same cell that moved through the Childress area in Texas. Today we have a slight risk of severe weather, as you can see in the top right corner of your screen. This is for portions of the Texas and Oklahoma Panhandle. And if I pull that up on Radar Omega, that yellow is the slight risk. So this tornado warning is in our slight risk or 5% tornado risk. But I'm going to get the velocity pulled back up because we need to check on this rotation. So if you are just joining us, we are currently tracking a tornado warning in southwest Oklahoma. This is near East Duke, McQueen, traveling along the 5 or north 1790 road. This is radar indicated for the next 15 minutes. A tornado warning for southeastern Harmon County. So this is 4 miles south of, I think, Gould or Gold. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know and ask in the chat. This is radar indicated rotation, so you need to be seeking shelter. A mobile home will not do it, so you need it to have a plan of somewhere to go. And if you are in a sturdy building, seek shelter on the lowest floor of that building, away from windows, preferably in a hallway or room like a closet. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I fixed the noise where our microphone sounded like it was being moved around. I moved it to a better spot, so now that should be better. Also, in this area, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for the next 3 hours and 44 minutes, or until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The primary threats for this include hail events to 1.5 inches in diameter possible, and isolated damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible, along with a tornado or two. So all of this area you see shaded in that pink is our severe thunderstorm watch. Those pink boxes. I am going to get that pulled up on the SPC when we get a minute, but we are going to focus in on this right now. I might be able to look at it right here. This is where our severe thunderstorm watch is. Also, we have a special weather statement to the east of Pampa, Texas. This is in effect for the next 13 minutes with 50 mile per hour wind gusts and half-inch hail. So we'll keep an eye on that cell. But our main focus right now is obviously where we have that tornado warning west of East Duke or near McQueen. So it looks like this is over Gould or Gold. Not sure how to say that. If anybody does know, please let me know. So on our velocity, we can really see this rotation right over that area. The green is wind going towards the radar, and the red, it's coming away. And then in the middle, right over the city, is where it is rotating. Thankfully, this is not the biggest area of population, but there is still a risk, so we're going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to take a look at the correlation coefficient. Nothing concerning yet. It's just picking up on hail, so that is always a good sign. But that last scan was 2 minutes ago now, so we will constantly be updating that. Hello, Dominic B. It's been a while since I've seen you around. Thanks for joining the stream. If you are just tuning in, we are currently covering a tornado warning in southwestern Oklahoma, where they did just issue a severe thunderstorm warning as an extension of that tornado warning. This is for the next 41 minutes or until 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. The threats with this are a tornado possible. This is a continuation of our tornado warning. This includes west central Jackson County in southwestern Oklahoma, southeastern Harmon County in southwestern Oklahoma, and Greer County in southwestern Oklahoma. So this is until 4 p.m. Hazards are 60 mile per hour wind gusts, 0.75 inch hail. This stretches all the way from East Duke and McQueen all the way to Mangum. So if we take a look at this rotation, okay, so they did just cancel that tornado warning. If they hadn't canceled it, it would have been in effect for another 10 minutes. That's probably why they threw out that severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag. But look at this. On the right side of your screen where I've circled, that is still some significant rotation, so I can't really see why they expired that. But if we calculate the speed at how quickly this rotation is moving, it is moving northeast at 25 miles per hour, so that is relatively slow. But if we calculate that 25, this is in Guild already, and it should be in Russell in the next 20-ish minutes. So be sure you are seeking shelter if you are under this severe thunderstorm warning. We still do have a tornado possible with this. Hail is our main threat today, so you want to make sure you're avoiding windows. Make sure you park cars inside, and you are avoiding these storms. Once again, when I show rotation on the stream, okay, there's our latest scan, so it has exited yield. But if you look at the rotation there, where you see green, that is wind going towards the radar that it's picking up, and the red is where it is going away, and where those two come together is where the radar is picking up that rotation, which prompted the tornado warning. The time zones work against you. Yeah, that can make things difficult sometimes, especially when it's more than 3 or 4 hours. We also have a new special weather statement north of Chillicothe and El Dorado, Texas. Well, El Dorado is in Oklahoma, but Chillicothe is in Texas. So this is our original storm that was near Childress, which has been moving east, and Storm Radar Media is tracking that. There was a brief funnel cloud with it earlier, about 30 or 45 minutes ago, and there's still a hail core near Talbert Crossing and Willowview. So we are up to 2 severe thunderstorm warnings and 0 tornado warnings. Let me get our overlay updated. Someday I'll figure out how to write a code so it updates automatically, like Max Velocity and Ryan Hall have. But there we go. So this is what we are keeping an eye on. I am going to get our velocity pulled back up. Let's see if there's any rotation near El Dorado. Storm Radar Media seems to be sticking with that storm. Okay, so I can see a little bit, but the hail can mess up the radar with this, but if that isn't hail, that is some rotation to the northwest. Let's just look at their feed for a second. Looks like a little bit of a tiny, not so well formed shelf cloud is visible on their stream. This severe thunderstorm watch for this entire region is in effect until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight, or for another about 3 hours and 30 minutes. The primary threats with this include hail events up to 1.5 inches in diameter possible, damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour possible, and a tornado or two possible. So our main threat today is hail, and we have seen that, especially with this storm, which is now near Quanah in Karnes. That hail core does look to be weakening a little bit, but if I turn the amount of frames up and we go back, if we go about an hour back, you can see that hail core to the east of Childress, Texas, and it was a lot bigger then. There was also one south of Quanah. Both of those, that one has moved into Quanah and is now weakening. And then they kind of merged. You can, if I go slowly, you can see how that happened, if that makes sense. Today's sub goal is 1,310. We are currently 5 away. We are at 1,305. If you are enjoying, please be sure to help me out and subscribe, as it does spread the message of these severe weather events to more people on YouTube. But I would like to take another look at our rotation. Near McQueen, Oklahoma, just to the north. Okay, so it is still visible in there. You can see it picked up on both sides where I have circled in white. We're back. Sorry about that, everyone. Just had to mute for a second. But once again, that rotation is still continuing. Looks like we have some significant lightning activity with this storm to the north of Hollis, Oklahoma, near the Sandy Sanders State Wildlife Management Area, or along County Road 30, I believe that is. I've made it so our streams are now in 60 FPS instead of 30, so that it allows for things to be just a little bit smoother when we are live. I say we keep an eye on this storm, as it has the most rotation right now. And the other one, the only really significant thing about it was the funnel cloud, which is now gone, and the hail core, which is also weakening. Before we get more alerts issued that we need to go over, I'm going to go ahead and update the screen. I tried to combine screen and stream and got screen. So I'm going to add the severe thunderstorm watch to our overlay. So just 1 second for that. Okay, we are back. I have added the severe thunderstorm watch to our overlay. Let me know if that gets in the way too much, but I think it should be good for now. But getting back to the radar, we still have our 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Actually, no, we only have 1 severe thunderstorm warning in effect now. This storm only has a special weather statement on it. This is likely because the hail core has been weakening over the past 15 minutes, but this severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect for another 30 minutes or until 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That severe thunderstorm watch graphic shouldn't get in the way too much. It should be okay over there. If you're in chat, do you think it would be better on the bottom right or the bottom left? Because currently I have it on the bottom left. Taking a look at our velocity, we're just going to stay on this single image as it prevents lag, so we'll just switch it to velocity. So that rotation is definitely weakening, so probably the right call to cancel that tornado warning, but it is still certainly in there and something we will keep an eye on in case it re-strengthens. How about top left? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing while I was editing it in the Be Right Back, but I tried it and I didn't know how it looked, but it actually doesn't look that bad, so maybe we'll keep it like that. So, thank you for that suggestion. It reminded me of that. I think we're going to keep it in the top left. So that is severe thunderstorm watch number 15, in effect until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, or about another 3.5 hours for portions of the Texas and Oklahoma Panhandle. That includes cities like, actually, no, it doesn't include Childress, Texas. It includes Vernon, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, Lawton, Oklahoma, areas like that. Looks like the stream cut out for a second. I saw a spike in our connection lag. So, are we still here? We should be good now. We're going to switch to velocity and look for areas of rotation so nothing sneaks up on us. That's a lot of contamination where it's not really moving near Chillicothe and hail, so not really over there. The most rotation, and that tornado warning just got condensed like our tornado warning did to no longer include that area because our rotation has moved out. So that rotation is still in there, but they did remove that tornado possible tag because we have been talking about that rotation weakening, which is likely why they got rid of that. So if that severe thunderstorm warning gets canceled, which I wouldn't be surprised by, as we only have a little bit of hail, there may still be a wind risk, but if that gets canceled, then we'll have no severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings, and we will be left with one special weather statement. I have not seen any reports of anything with our rotation that we had near McQueen, Oklahoma, but near Childress, Texas, at one point I do know that we had a brief funnel cloud spotted by Storm Runner Media and the Dominator team. So I do know of that. Looks like they aren't going to drop this severe thunderstorm warning quite yet. A little bit of a spike with our hail. So that hail is just to the southeast of Reed, Oklahoma. We are seeing a decrease on lightning activity with this storm, so it may be dying out. If we run out of things to cover, then we may have to end the stream. It looks like we do have about 2.7% of Nolan County in Texas without power, 4.8% of Kent County without power. I don't think those are storm-based, but I know that this in Moore County is storm-based from the heavy rain that they had earlier. Looking at other alerts around the country, for much of Nebraska, Kansas, and Colorado, there are winter storm watches in effect, along with a winter storm warning to the north and the west of Colorado Springs. Much of Utah is under a winter weather advisory, stretching all the way from St. George all the way up through Ogden. Also, the mountain range behind Los Angeles is all, I believe, the San Bernardino Mountains. Those are all under winter weather advisories as well. Those expire, or they're in effect through 6 a.m. tomorrow. But it looks like it's mainly rain right now. So we do have a new power outage map update. Looks like about 10% of this county. We'll find out when I turn off severe thunderstorm watches. Washita County in Oklahoma has 9.4%. So yeah, about 10% of the county without power. This may be caused by continuous rainfall or just something not storm related. Surprised we haven't seen any flash flood warnings with how much rain some of these cities have seen. There has been localized street flooding reported. Today has mainly been hail and street flooding. I do want to look ahead for severe weather throughout the week. So if I turn off radar, also that red outline is our severe thunderstorm watch. But if we take a look at Storm Prediction Center outlooks today, there is a slight risk level 2 out of 5 for portions of the Texas-Oklahoma Panhandle, which is what we are currently covering. Dominic B says, the chaser channels just appear to be getting wet, nothing else. Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. They haven't really seen anything since that funnel cloud about an hour ago. But tomorrow we also have a slight risk level 2 out of 5 of severe weather, with all hazards possible. This includes much of central Oklahoma, extreme southern Kansas. This also includes the Dallas, Fort Worth, and Wichita Falls areas in Texas. And our marginal risk stretches all the way up through portions of eastern Kansas, which includes Topeka, Kansas. There's also a general thunderstorm risk for much of the Midwest and even some of the West. This whole area in that greenish white. Moving on to Tuesday, which is set to be the biggest severe weather day of the week. We have been forecasting it since it was a day 7 slight risk and day 6 enhanced. So day 3, it is currently an enhanced risk of severe weather. There's a lot of speculation going on what risk it will be. I'll say that it probably won't go high risk, very unlikely. Moderate risk, still debatable. But either way, it will be a pretty big event where we will have all hazards possible, but mainly damaging winds and strong tornadoes. For more information about these, you can look at my forecast videos. I uploaded a forecast video last night around 10:30 p.m. Central, and I think one on Friday night around that same time. I will either be recording one tonight or tomorrow night. I think I will wait. Maybe I'll do both. Not sure. But that slight risk of severe weather does stretch all the way into portions of, it includes all of Arkansas. The entire state of Arkansas is under a slight risk of events. Southern Arkansas is an enhanced risk. Eastern Oklahoma with that slight risk. Eastern Texas. Portions of central and western Alabama. And then in northern Mississippi, southern Missouri. All of those areas are in our slight risk. Previously, our enhanced risk looked more like this on the day 4, and people were questioning why it went that far north. Speaking, there was a lot more Cape values further south. I think it should go further south towards New Orleans as well, but still stretch as far north. So there's a bit of speculation around that. But moving on to the day 4 outlook. This will mainly be a damaging winds threat likely. Not sure about the possibility of hail, but I believe tornadoes will also be a slight possibility. This is a 15% slight risk of severe weather. So Tuesday's the day. You may stay up. Yeah, Tuesday will be the day. I'm not sure if I will be going live on Tuesday. If I can, I will. Tomorrow a stream is unlikely with a busy schedule, but I hope to be able to go live on Tuesday, and Wednesday is still debatable. But we're going to get back to coverage for today. That severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect north of East Duke, Oklahoma. Surprised they haven't canceled it yet. They'll either just cancel it or let it expire and not do anything with it. But if we lose that severe thunderstorm warning and no more are reissued, we might be able to end off our stream. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to let me know in the chat. Good to see you as well. Thank you for tuning in. But if anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know. We are currently covering a severe thunderstorm warning near Russell, Oklahoma. There is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for the region until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, or about another 3 hours and 15 minutes. You can see the counties included in that graphic in the top left of your screen. All the places shaded in blue. We're not going to end off quite yet, but if we no longer need to provide coverage, then we will go ahead and end the stream. So this severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect near East Duke, Oklahoma. So that is still in effect, and there's still a little bit of rotation with it. This severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for the next 14 minutes until 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. That rotation is rapidly weakening, but there is still some small hail or heavy rain with that. There's also lightning with that, but less lightning than there previously was. Once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I will be ending off the stream in a few minutes. I think it's safe to say that we could end off here just because they will likely allow this severe thunderstorm warning to expire. So that was just a brief coverage stream for today. Actually, they did just let that expire right as we were talking about that. That was a good call out. But there is a special weather statement for that now for the next 43 minutes until 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we'll go over this really quickly, and then I will likely end off the stream. So, wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and half-inch hail. This is near El Dorado, so this will be in effect for a bit. So, if you do have any questions that you need to ask, feel free to let me know on my latest community post or forecasting video. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching, and stay safe out there and weather aware.